Welcome back everyone. Today we will be learning how to make this layout and how to do it in Photoshop. Now let's break it down one by one and step by step. We already have those files, so we're going to work this out on Photoshop. Okay, first go to Photoshop. We're going to create a new layer, Ctrl N, press Ctrl N, and you will have this window over here. We'll go to print and we will choose the A3 size. Okay, choose centimeters, and for the resolution keep it like 100, okay, or maybe 120. Let's create. Okay, that's great. First of all, I go and unlock it. Okay, whenever you want to make a layout, you start right away with the background. So we will be doing a solid color. Okay, solid color, we'll choose an off-white color just like that, right over there. Okay, and delete this one, we don't need it anymore. Second of all, we're going to create our margins, so make sure like at least 1 centimeter from all sides, like almost like this, I guess, like just to organize your work and keep it clean. Okay, that's awesome. And usually I put one in the middle right there and one right there. And sometimes I do this just to get my third rule, the rule of thirds, like, you know, just like that. Okay, I can hide it using Ctrl H. Okay, Ctrl H, and it's going to be hidden. Okay, that's great. Let's hide it for now. Okay, I have here the plan, the section, and some other components. Let's start with the background. As you can see right here, I have two colors, like the dark one and the off-white one. I will start with the dark one, so I'm going to unhide those. Going to create a layer, go to the marquee tool using the L shortcut. As you can see, I will choose the polygonal, okay, right here, and I will draw the ground just right over there. Like we can do it maybe like this. Actually, you can make it like more polygonal so it can be clear, just like that. Let's create solid color. Now I want you to choose something like desaturated color. Okay, like for example, I guess from here. In case you're not sure about what you're going to choose, you can always go to your internet and search on Google something like flat color design. Okay, now go to images, and here you will be having like some templates. I always use this one, so I'm going to be downloading it. Open new image, save. I will have it on my desktop just like that. Now let's cancel this one. I will open it and I will take it to my Photoshop right here. Okay, that's awesome. You see, it's easy. So I lost my selection unfortunately, so I will reselect that area. Make sure you have like small nodes just to have the texture you need, just like that. Now go to solid color. All you have to do is to move your cursor out and choose one of those dark colors right here. We may choose something like dark blue, maybe this one, maybe this one, I'm not really sure. Yeah, that great, I guess it's cool. Okay, I love this color. Okay, let's go. That's it, just turn this off. This is all we have to do. Okay, this is our first thing. Now let's work the background also a little bit more before we import our plan and section. We're going to work the background like a little bit more. Let me take this one here. As you can see, you can get these normal photos that you can like type on Google, like concrete texture or something like that. Yeah, I guess. And put it above all. Now we're going to just go through some suitable, maybe. You see right here, this is what I'm looking for actually, to give it like some texture. Maybe this one would work too. We have this one too. Okay, I like this one. So set the opacity to 0, then again try to increase it a little bit more by more. Awesome. Okay, this is great. This is great. Now let's work out this area right here. I will be creating like some shadows, like to show that this is like it's ripped off or something. Okay, let's go to here, layer style, double click, drop shadow, drag the shadows from your work, from your file, just like that. You can decrease the size a little bit just to control it more. Okay, this is awesome. Now decrease the opacity. Okay, looks great. Now it looks more realistic. Now the second thing we're going to do is to put some shadows like over here. Okay, so we will be creating another layer just like that above that one, and we will be using the brush tool, using the black color. Okay, like that, with 0 hardness, as you can see. Now I'm going to just drop some shots right here, just like that, just like that. Don't need more. Opacity to 0 and set it. Going to choose the eraser. Okay, Ctrl T. I want to drag more to get more dark areas. Now I will give another shot for it as well, like this. See, just like that. It's a bit opacity. This is great. Now I will be working like on this off-white background. I will be choosing this texture over here. Let me take it there and put it in the background like that. It's fine if you keep the scale big or like exaggerated, it's fine, it's totally fine. I will use this right here. You see, I want it only to appear on this off-white background. Choose some blending mode. We're looking for something to give it a little bit texture. As you can see, this is awesome. Overlay always works, always. It's amazing. Alright, this is great. Now let's import our section and plan right here. I will be having the plan in this area, maybe like this. Okay, all you have to do is to drag and drop, drag and drop. Ctrl H, just to remember that I have already set my things over here. This is awesome. Now if you want to make it like to look white like this, if I inverted the color, if you want to make a white plan, we have to work on a darker background. Okay, and we can do that, we will try it, but for now I'll be working on this one. But first, let me just do something here to organize my work. You see the background? I will put every single file in a group and call it BG. That's it. This is our background. Okay guys, actually I didn't like this one. We'll work on something like gradient. I will pick the gradient and drag it here. Yeah, something like that. Opacity, I guess this is good. 50%, awesome. Now let's go to the plan and put it also in a group. We'll call it plan, just like that. Okay, right click and rasterize. Awesome. Now let's drop some shadows. Actually, I'm thinking about to fill those walls first. I will pick the magic wand, select the walls inside, as you can see right here. I want to make it like more realistic. I want it to pop up from this layout, so we have to work on this like that. I guess everything is set. This is awesome. Okay, create solid color and keep it black. This is great. This is more than great. I will merge them together using the Ctrl E. Okay, and I will have them on the same layer. I'm not going to change anything. Okay, now let's try to drop some shadows using the select the marquee tool. So I'll be selecting my shadows myself. So the first one is going to be from here. Hold the shift to get straight line. Now let me move right here, sorry, backspace. I will go there maybe, because you know, right here. Yes, just like that. Awesome. Now I have selected the plan itself. All I'm going to do is to Ctrl Shift I to invert selection, and I will pick this brush right here. Okay, using the black color. You see, I'm just going to put some around the plan right here. As you can see, like I'm not clicking on the outside directly. I'm just using this fading glow from the inside. You see, now it appears like a little bit more, a little bit opacity. Let's try to invert the colors. Sorry, if I inverted both, I don't know what result would I get. You see, now it looks awesome, looks amazing. Okay, great. For this texture, I guess like it's a little bit annoying in the background. This one, right? This one, yes. I will be scale it. Let's do this. Like to get more or smaller texture. Ctrl J to repeat that layer. Ctrl T. We'll drag it and get it right here. Okay, this is cool. Yeah, sounds better. Great. Ctrl I, let's keep it in black. Actually, I'm going to decrease the opacity to make it look like it's not totally black, but it's okay, it's fine. Now let's work out the shadows a little bit more. Let's drop the shadows of this one right here. You may go to 45 degrees like that. I guess, yeah, kinda. Just like that. You know, you don't have to rush and do everything like fast, okay? So you get a really good result. You have to work things the best way to get some really good results. Okay, now get the brush tool. As you can see that I'm selecting the whole area like that. This is the choice 1. Choice 2 is to drop it this way. Sorry, this one doesn't have to have much shadows, like this one. Okay, I guess this is better. Right here, this is awesome. Okay, Control D, deselect. You see this layer right here? I'm going to decrease the opacity to almost like 30, a little bit more. Awesome. Now I'm going to delete or fade those edges right here using the eraser. Let's decrease it and set it to 100%. I'm going to click here, hold shift and click at the end of this edge. Go back again, keep holding the shift, and there you go. We have a faded edge, just like that. This one as well. This is awesome. You can also decrease the opacity a little bit more. See that one? I'm going to increase it just to pop this plan up. Okay, this is awesome. This is great. Okay, this is awesome. We're done with the plan right now. Let's get our section right here. And as you can see, I'm going to put it in a new group. Okay, close those. Control T. Let's see what we have here. Actually, let me flip it just to make it more realistic for the layout. Like, as you can see, this line is going this way, so I want my section to go the other way, so it looks like more it shows itself more. This one I'm going to invert it, Control I, and I will keep it aside for now. This is the section. Okay, great. Let me turn it off right now. Now I will be getting my elevation. I have already rendered my elevation using the Photoshop. Let's decrease the opacity just like that. You see, like, I'm not going to care about my my original land line or ground line. I'm just going to use this right here in the middle. I guess this is good. Yeah, this is great. That's it. I'm going to put a group and call it elevation. As you can see that I'm always organizing my works in order to, like, if I want to edit something, I can go back and edit it without any regrets. Okay, right click, rasterize. I always rasterize my images. I'm going to delete the other parts of this elevation. Actually, let me scale it a little bit, like that. Control H, hide our guidelines. Now let me first delete the edges, like this. Then I will be deleting this area according to my ground line. Actually, I can go to my background. You see this mask right here? You can hold the Control and press on it, and you will notice that it's going to be selected like that. I'll go to elevation, just hit the delete and Control D. That's it. This is all you have to do. You see how easy it is Photoshop? Now let's continue erasing some couple of things right here. I don't really want that sky because I will be creating my own, just like that. Also, you can delete the tree a little bit. Yeah, that's good. But my point is to erase the blue from the picture, because as you can see, like, our colors are almost desaturated. Okay, so I don't really want any blue to appear on this picture because I will be using another colors. Okay, this is awesome. This is awesome. You can also decrease the opacity just a little bit, okay, to look more realistic. Okay, great. Now I will be adding some clouds. Actually, let me desaturate it a little bit. Hue saturation. I will hit the Alt key and press between these two layers. Desaturate it. You see, this is awesome. It looks more sketchy. Amazing. I love it. Let's go. Now I will create a new layer. I will go to brushes. By the way, I will put my brushes in the description so you can download them and get benefit from them. Okay, let me put some clouds. I'm searching for the clouds. Okay, I don't have clouds, I have smoke. Let's use the smoke. No problem, it's the same. Awesome. Let's put some here, maybe some here, maybe here. I'll use another one here, here, there. Okay, this is great. Now decrease the opacity. I want to show just a little bit. You see, that's it. Use the eraser, set it to 30%, as you can see, and just raise the top of it. You may add some extra things, just like, oh, here are the clouds. Here are the clouds. No problem. Let's see, we can add some trees. If you want some plants, let's go there. We may add some additional plants. My point is not to leave this whole thing empty, okay? So I always try to create something and put it in those gaps. I also use some tall trees, just like that. See? You know, I always love to close the end of this layout, just like that. Increase the opacity to 0. This is great. Use the eraser tool just to make it looks more foggy. I always erase the top part of my plants, trees, or whatever, to make it looks like you're having some fog over here. Okay, this is amazing. You may add some birds right here, but right now I'm not going to add anything more. I guess this is enough. This is awesome. This is good for it. Now let's work on the ground right here. Actually, I have something in my file called leaks. Okay, so I will be dragging this here. this is going to be a part of the background, so shift it to that part right there. Okay, going to make it smaller. I will repeat copying that layer over this line like that. Now merge them all together. I'm going to select this. Sorry, I will select this one. Now I will invert the selection, Ctrl Shift I, delete, Ctrl D to deselect. Now all you have to do is to go through something like, I guess multiply is good, this one's good, multiply, I guess it's good, Ctrl I, maybe then I will be using screen, or yeah, those are good. I guess the screen is good, the lighten also. Okay, this is more realistic. Now get the eraser, set it to 100% and remove these areas here. Try to make it like parallel to our ground line, just like that. Okay, now I will select this color, go to layer style by double click on this area right here. I will make some inner glow or inner shadow, as you can see, just to make it look more realistic. Increase the size and opacity just to notice if it's enough or not. Okay, more distance, more size. I guess this is good, this one's good. From the inside, okay, great. You see the effect before and after. Now we have a better ground right here. Okay, this is awesome. Great. Now we are done with the elevation. Let's go to our section again, just like that. Okay, this is great. Actually, I'm going to continue this line using my brush. I'll rasterize this layer. I will use my normal brush with 100% hardness and using the white color right here. I will just like click here, shift, then drag to other side of the layout. I guess I need another line above it, on the top of it. Great, this looks great. Okay, now what we're going to do is to create our land right here, our ground. I'm using the leaks also, just like that. Or you can do something, or create another layer, empty layer. I will select this area right here. Okay, just like that. Now using the brush, I will choose the glitter right here, or maybe you can use scratches if you have some scratches. This would be awesome. Actually, you will find it in my brushes in the description. Okay, this is great. You see those scratches? Just use them like that and we'll have an amazing background. Ctrl D. This is awesome. Actually, this is great. I shall keep the selection, Ctrl Z. I'll create another layer, select the brush, and I will make this effect right here. just like the black one in the elevation, but this is a white one since we inverted the colors. Okay, this will make it look more stable on the ground. Okay, this is awesome. Now I will merge those two, you see, and I will decrease the opacity to make it look more sketchy. Awesome. Now the section, for the section, you can make it look more sketchy also doing some random lines like this. You see those lines? Actually, I will create one and I will erase the top of it using the 30% like that. You see, I'm just going to make it faded. Ctrl T. I guess I'm going to increase it a little bit. Okay, great. You see this one? I'm just going to repeat it on all other lines like that, since they are, or they have the same slope. I'll use it right here also. Here you can make it smaller. Here also. It's fine if you keep it like that. I just want to make the effect looks more realistic. Like, as you can see, I can do everything using Photoshop. There is nothing can't be done using the Photoshop. Okay, this one, it's quite big, but it's okay. I can decrease the opacity and everything will be fine. I guess this is good. Now let's use this one, Ctrl C, rotate it to make this thing right here, those extra sketchy lines, something like this. You see, you have to work your layout like very well in order to get a really amazing result. In order to have great results, you have to put the time and work to do that. Let me flip this one horizontal. I will copy it. It's here. Actually, I will create another copy and use it on the vertical part here. Now let's continue copying this one. To be honest, this is an amazing layout. I love this style. I love the sketchy style. I love putting some, like, I like it like this because it looks mysterious or something, as you can see. Okay, this is awesome. Now we're done with the section. I'm going to add some extra components and make it look much better than that. Now we have this sketch right here. I will be using it like this. Okay, just let's organize this section here. Going to merge those sketchy lines. I will show you something, guys. You can create something like this. Watch. Let's see. Screen dodge overlay. Overlay is great. soft light also. Okay, I'll be using this soft one, or the overlay. The overlay, just like this. Let me convert it to this one. Let me copy it like that using the Alt key, Ctrl C, and flip horizontal in order to make the same gradient. Let's see, overlay, and to copy it right here also. Okay, awesome. Ctrl C and flip vertically. Now let's merge them together and choose this one. Okay, awesome. Now I will be selecting a circular area right here. Shift, hold the shift, as you can see, just like that. And I will invert the selection, then hit delete. Now the second thing I'm going to do is to select my section here, just like that. And I will delete this area from the moon as well. Delete, and delete this area right here. Actually, I'm going just to erase it using the eraser. It's going to be faster than selecting that. Okay, decrease the opacity, and there you go. We have our moon ready. Now let's work with the sketch. Take that sketch and totally drop it right there. Make it look random. Maybe just a little bit like this. You can also rotate it. You can do whatever you want with it. I actually prefer to remove the edges first, using the eraser also with 0 hardness, and then continue work with it. Okay, like that maybe. I would select this green area right here and also Ctrl Shift I, then delete. Let's choose some blending mode, I guess overlay and screen. This one works, maybe. I'm going to grease this here. You see, I want only the effect of something in the background. Okay, I don't want it to look perfectly right there. This is awesome. Now I will take the same sketch. You see the sketch right here? I will take it. Let's go to this section. This one. I will copy it. Ctrl T. Then make it bigger. A little bit. You see, this is how I create my background usually. Now this one, I'm going to increase the opacity to 0 and let some lines show like this right here. Like it's only an effect. You can add some trees, some things right here, but it's not necessary actually. I guess this one has to be more like this. Awesome, this is great. Now we're done with that, with the section elevation and everything we have here. You can now add some things like, let me choose this pen as well here. Going to do just the same. Increase the size and put it right here. decrease the opacity. You see, I just want a couple of lines to show in the background, just to fill in those gaps. Okay, great. Now let's work more on the other components. Now we're done with everything. I usually leave the text to the last step of my layout right here. So let's create some text. Before I go to text, I decided to move this section a little bit right there. Yeah, this is good. This is good because I will be inserting some text right here, so it won't be like annoying for me. What if I inverted the color of this? Control I, then I choose another blending mode. Let me check. Yeah, I'm just giving a try. This one looks good, no problem. Okay, let's keep it like it is. Okay, let's go to divide and then invert it like that. Awesome. Control C. Maybe I'll use it like that. This is great. Now let's add the text. Before adding the text, I want to decrease the opacity of this one. I want to keep it like gray. I don't want it to be like too much black. Okay, let's go to text T and let's see what we can generate. Like, for example, I'm going to name it like mountain villa or mountain residence, like this. Let's get the color dark gray. You may choose some other type of text style. Maybe this one. This one looks good, right? I feel like it's too thick. Okay, no problem, keep it. But let's decrease the size, scale it like this. This looks great. Control H. Now I will do something. Actually, decrease it a little bit more. Great. Let's drag some guideline and work on it. I always use this for text. Okay. I'll decrease also the opacity. I don't want it that thick. I'll move this up. Control G to make a group of the text. Okay. Actually, no. I will be choosing another type of text because I want two types of it, like the regular and a thin one. Let's see. You may choose something like this. Okay, great. We get the bold one. Make it smaller. This is awesome. Now let's copy this text, select it and use the regular one. You see the difference? And make it smaller. Now all you have to do is to get some random text from the internet. It doesn't have to be that great. For example, mountain residence. Let me go to all and choose some really random text from a website that I don't really know. This one, for example. Control C. Let's go here and Control V. The problem of Photoshop is it's always whenever you copy paste a text it doesn't appear like the way you copy it. Okay, it appears like in one line, so we will have to break it down into couple of lines like this. I decreased the size more. I will be working out my text for this area only, so let's go here, hit enter. Oh, there's a problem. Control A, you see that A right here, if it doesn't appear, this is the properties of the text. If it doesn't appear, go to window and choose the character 1. You see this one, character, it's called the character, as you can see right here. I will be changing this first to go to the left, to start from the left, and decrease the size between the lines. Okay, my text is outside of the layout. We'll hit right here again, Control A, select it first, then decrease the size or the area between the lines. Hit enter, hit enter. This is amazing. Now you see this text, just copy it another time, second time right there, Control H. As you can see, it looks amazing. You see this gap right here, we filled it with the text. Now you can add some icon right here, maybe, actually I have no idea, you can just have a dot or something. Maybe some arrow. Yeah, I want something like only stylish. It doesn't matter what it could be. You see, just something random. We can also make it smaller, then move it right here. We may need another one, just like this one. As I told you, I will leave my brushes in the description down below. Okay, this is awesome. This is great. We may also name the plan or something. You are free to do anything you want. Now let's create another layer. We're going to put some the name of the textures right here. So brush, go to the normal one, hardness 100%. You see, I want a real dot. Let's choose the off-white and go here. I'll put a dot right here on this place, on the concrete, on the glass, and on this wood right here. Maybe on the background. Now what I'm going to do is to create a layer style for it. Outer glow or drop shadow. Maybe outer glow is better. I will choose a black color. Opacity, decrease the size just to notice. You see this effect right here. Now decrease the opacity to this. This is amazing. Now the same brush, I'm going to make smaller one, decrease it to 3 maybe. Okay, good. Now press or hit the mouse, hold the shift and move down there. Okay, just like that. Okay, great. Now let's create text. Maybe it will be exterior wood, for example, but keep it simple, keep it regular and small. Okay, let's not make it a big one, and let's decrease the space between the letters, and let's decrease the opacity. This is great. From here you can go concrete, for example. Here you can go for glass, and here light wood, for example. And here's the background or the sky. This looks awesome. You may also actually do something. I will select this green area, Control and hit the mask, Control Shift I, then go to this layer, see this layer here, and Control I, invert those colors. It's going to look dope. Okay, increase the opacity. Wow, it looks sketchy. I just got that this second. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is to add that text again, actually, right here, and use this color, and you may decrease the opacity like that. Ctrl H. You can have your text on the side like this under the section, but let me tell you something. I'm going to delete this part from here. Okay, let me delete this one from here, this one from here, this one from here. If you notice that I'm following the ground line, Ctrl H. Okay, let me increase the opacity a little bit. This is awesome. This is awesome. You may add some random lines also, just to make it looks more elegant and sketchy. I will change the color from here to there. See those lines? Look what I'm going to do. Here I will change the color to off-white. Or you know what? Let's do the opposite. This one here. This one right here. You see those lines? Go to the eraser, 30% please, and start to fade them this way. Start from the middle, then go to the super edge. You see how I fade this line? You start like almost from the middle. Okay, drag it to the end, then start from a further place and repeat. This one right here. Actually, I could have done only one and copy it to the other places, but I enjoy actually doing this. I love it. Decrease the opacity to 0, then make it show a little bit, and that's it. This is all for our layout. It looks amazing, it looks awesome, attractive, and very professional, and the most important of that all, it looks architectural, a sketchy one. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed it and hope it's be useful for you. Wait for the other real-time tutorials. If you want me to do something else, you can comment that down below. You will find my brushes and the files in the description. Also, hope you guys you do the same and try other colors, other variations of this layout, but I already have given you the technique to do that. Wish you all the best. See ya.